Welcome everyone. Today we are launching the new Volkswagen T-Roc. It's now become a new normal to interact and launch new cars on a digital platform. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jacob Mushokwa, and I'll be your host for this digital launch. Volkswagen is changing the game with an innovative way of introducing a new vehicle online. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm with the head of the Volkswagen brand, Martina Biene, and product marketing manager, Gina Handley. Hello, Martina, and hello, Gina.
Hey, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
Good
Are you
to
guys
have you
okay?
here. Yes,
Good.
thanks.
Cool stuff. Now, from 2015 to 2019, the share of SUVs of the total market tripled its size from 10% SUV share in 2015 to 30% SUV share in 2019 globally. In fact, the SUV segments are the only segments growing in the others maintain stable or less the hatch segments or is shrinking in favor of the SUV segments as sedan segments in many parts of the world. Now, Martina, tell us more about the growth of the SUV segment specifically in South Africa.
Yeah, thanks, Jacob. It's exciting to see this huge growth in the segments in South Africa. As a traditional 4x4 country, South Africa was starting from a higher base in terms of SUV share already in 2015. So share in 2015 was 24% in South Africa, and that increased to 30% in 2018. And last year, we achieved a 36% share in the SUV segments in South Africa. As in the rest of the world, the SUV segments are the only growing segments also in the South African market, obviously. And having had already a good representation in the B SUV segments in South Africa, especially the smaller SUV segments, like first the A SUV segment, but above all, the A0 SUV segment is growing.
Now, demand for SUVs is growing tremendously. SUVs offer the perfect balance between everyday usability, individual comfort, performance, and most important, it allows you to stay connected to your family and friends in the most flexible way.
Yeah, Volkswagen's SUV ambition is a combination of modern design in connection with best-in-class safety features, latest connectivity, and highest quality of workmanship. From our South African theme of SUV catch-up, we as Volkswagen are now get to a stage of an SUV for everyone in every size. So our SUVs will guide into the future, tailored to explore your world.
Indeed, the Volkswagen SUV range is growing from strength to strength. Take us through the range, Martina.
Yeah, starting with the global SUV history and story of Volkswagen. So the first SUV launched by Volkswagen in 2002 was actually the Touareg, the premium SUV, which was then launched in South Africa in 2003. SUVs at this point in time were mainly known as very robust, really like 4x4 outdoor vehicles. And with the foundation and growth of the C SUV segment, as we call it, and vehicles like the Touareg, this SUV style made their way into the cities, being both premium in terms of technology and comfort, providing status, but also still nourishing that like sense of freedom a 4x4 gives you. And the current third generation of the Touareg still stands for the same values. Its finest materials, new status, it's strong, dynamic, and performance. The second SUV launched in the generation or in the Volkswagen history was in 2006, the Tiguan, making its way to South Africa in 2008. And this Tiguan at that point in time was hitting the heart and the biggest SUV segment globally, which was the A SUV segment. And as Volkswagen often, and we talk about it very often, claim to democratize technologies, probably with the launch of the Tiguan, the whole body style of SUV has been in a way democratized. It represents lifestyle and innovation, but at the same time, it has all the functionality of a family car, providing a high seating position to have good sides of the road and the surroundings, and a big boot and a lot of flexibility to store, be it luggage, mountain bikes, or prams. And because of the huge success and the fast-growing segment, a sister model was added with the Tiguan Allspace then. A longer wheelbase, and the whole wheelbase was being used from the B pillar, so from the middle of the vehicle onwards, the B pillar onwards, giving more space for either a third seat row or for even an enlarged boot.
Then there is the T-Cross. Last year, it was one of Volkswagen's best-selling vehicles after a very successful launch into market in late last year. I remember, I think that was September last year.
Yes, indeed. It was T-Cross City. We both had a party on the top of the roof
yes.
at that bar with DJ Kent.
Yes.
Anyway, so exactly. Finally, we addressed the most important SUV segment in South Africa, the A0 SUV segment, with the launch of the T-Cross. The T-Cross uses the Polo platform, the so-called MQB27 platform, but it was converted into a real SUV platform with a higher seating position. And this was not only achieved with a little bit more foam, which you can also do when you sit a bit higher, but really with a platform adaptation to bring the seating position up and to provide at the same time also a higher ground clearance, which is quite crucial for an SUV. So an accessible vehicle, a desired body style, being innovative and providing all the functional advantages an SUV can provide, paired with the very stylish attributes. So the T-Cross caters for everyone, offering design packs in expressive colors, the Beats sound system for the brand-conscious music enthusiast, as well as a slidable rear bench to maximize the functionality of the boot and to accommodate a family situation or hobbies that require ample space. And talking about the T-Cross, I know there's still 2 engines missing in our engine lineup, and I'm very thrilled to inform you that the first ship filled with the T-Cross 1.5, it's on its cruise to South Africa. So after a nice cruise, the ship will arrive, and the vehicles, the first 1.5, will be available from July onwards. And also, we have already placed the first orders for the 1.0 TSI 70 kilowatt, and these units will arrive in South Africa in August, and then the T-Cross range is complete. But that's not the reason for us being here. The reason for us being here is the last member of our South African SUV family, and this is when does this fantastic car hit the South African roads?
And this is why we're here today, to share some exciting news that talks directly to this growth of the SUV segment with Volkswagen.
Correct. So it's about the T-Roc today, and the T-Roc is nicely fitting in between the T-Cross and the Tiguan. The T-Roc uses the platform on which the Golf stands, so it's called MQB37 for the enthusiast. With that, the T-Roc becomes 80 millimeters longer than the T-Cross and 162 millimeters shorter than the Tiguan, so nicely in between the 2 vehicles size-wise. And with the wheelbase, it can provide the boot space, or as much boot space as a Golf has. With the T-Roc, you will definitely, according to me, get the most stylish SUV in our range. This vehicle is about the drive to defy, I can tell you. It's the best-looking SUV, or almost, I would say, probably a bit CUV coupe-style car, 100% right. And the T-Roc comes across sporty with character and individuality. Gina will lead you through the whole details of that vehicle, but before that, because we got a lot of questions on that, I would like to talk you quickly through the naming of our whole SUV range, because that's kind of,
there's a new T in the family.
Yeah, exactly. So the first vehicle, that was when it started with the Ts, the first vehicle was named after a proud nomadic tribe in the Sahara, the Tuareg. And that is a tribe coping with the tough climate and circumstances of the Sahara, of a desert, and traveling all along. And with this Touareg, that somehow laid the foundation of, why don't we start the SUV range with the letter T? Although, the connoisseur knows, expectation will occur in the global perspective with the Touran also starting with a T, but clearly not being an SUV, but a pure and proper MPV style car. But anyway, so T was laid, the foundation was laid with the Touareg. Then the naming of the second vehicle, of our second SUV, the Tiguan. That was a democratic decision of the readers of a huge German car magazine called the Autobild, and they were asked to vote for the naming of the car. And Tiguan came out as the winner. Tiguan is an artificial combination or an artificial name of the 2 German nice words of tiger and leguan. So Tiguan, which is tiger and iguana in English. So tiger, leguan is Tiguan. And then the T story was inevitable and continued. So T-Roc and T-Cross have been internal project names first, but then the teams found they're so convincing and so nice, and they carried them over for the final naming of the vehicles. So now we've got these funny distinctions. We have got some hyphen SUVs, and we've got some non-hyphen SUVs. So how do we solve that? So the hyphen SUVs, like the T-Roc, T-Cross, are more positioned on the emotional side of our range, whereas the Tiguan and the Touareg as non-hyphen SUVs lay a bit more on the rational side.
Personally, I love hearing the stories behind the naming conventions. It adds a lot of depth to our understanding of the vehicles and how they fit into the Volkswagen family. I obviously didn't know about the tiger and the iguana thing. I actually like that, by the way. Now, Gina, I haven't forgotten about you. You have the honor of talking us and our viewers through the details of this beautiful vehicle. The T-Roc is highly anticipated here in South Africa, and this is the first time we'll get to see the T-Roc before it officially launches later this year. Shall we head to the car?
Absolutely.
Let's do
go.
this. Okay, so you and I have the pleasure of being in studio to physically see and touch this T-Roc. What about our viewers at home watching us?
Yeah, so thanks, Jacob. Yeah, we're thrilled to announce the new T-Roc to the South African market. And we're doing this through our market-leading dynamic virtual reality experience. Several of our dealerships have been equipped with this VR technology with the aim of creating a more immersive and engaging interaction with our vehicles. We have painstakingly rendered the T-Roc into vivid, lifelike 3D graphics, which really come to life through the VR. And today, I'm going to take you and our viewers on a T-Roc journey virtually. It's incredible, and I'm excited to show you.
Okay, I'm also excited. Where do we start? Let's do this.
Yeah, so as Martina mentioned, the T-Roc is designed to be sporty with character and individuality. And the product presentation will highlight how these characteristics are considered with the interior and the exterior design, color combinations, and the technical offerings of the T-Roc. So let's get started. Okay, so the key front-end design elements of the T-Roc include the wide radiator grille unit with integrated dual headlights, the chrome accents, radiator grille, and low-profile design of the headlights together underscore the width and the dominance of the T-Roc. There are two versions of the LED headlights, and the fog lights and the cornering lights are located below the light housing on the side of the bumper. The side profile of the T-Roc is characterized by the roofline that descends towards a C-pillar to give the vehicle a coupe look. This is further enhanced by a distinct chrome strip that stretches from the A-pillar to the C-pillar, and in so doing, the T-Roc appears lower than it actually is. The strong shoulder section has been created in the rear, which is distinctive of an SUV. This is enhanced by the protective wheel arches, side sills, and front and rear body. The bold SUV design continues into the rear, with the middle surface being highlighted by the LED taillights in 3D design, the VW logo, and the central T-Roc signature in chrome. The rear bumper styling is just as distinctive as the front, with the design aimed to frame the rear lid and in turn give the T-Roc a sportier look. The T-Roc model has focused on allowing customers the opportunity to personalize their T-Roc, to offer as much of an individualized offering as possible. This starts with the interior and exterior color offering of the T-Roc. So Jacob, why don't you give it VR a try? We have an extra set inside the car, and I'd like to take you through the interior dashboard via the virtual reality experience.
I thought you'd never ask, Gina. Let me grab this gizmo.
Fantastic.
Okay, so just put it on.
Yep. So the form and the function of the interior has been designed for the era of digitalization. The latest generation active info displays available, and the infotainment systems have displays which are 8-inch in size. Looking at the dashboards, you'll see the instruments and the infotainment system are integrated into a decorative surface that runs from right to left through the dashboard, with these color accents being repeated in the door trim panel. To further enhance the individual offering, the design model, in addition to the standard limestone gray dashboard color, has a further 3 interior colors to choose from. On the R-Line model, the interior dashboard is Caribou gray. Ambient lighting in white for the design model and red for the R-Line model completes the interior style design.
This virtual experience is incredible. It really brings out the vehicle. It brings it to life, actually.
Yeah, it really does. And as I mentioned, we have built the T-Roc end-to-end in virtual reality. This also means we can show customers the various customization options in a fun and interactive way. So let's see more by showing you how you can customize the color options on the T-Roc. The T-Roc is the first Volkswagen SUV to introduce a two-tone finish with a visually contrasting roof selection. This includes the A-pillar and exterior mirror housing. On the design model, there are 3 different roof and exterior mirror housings, namely pure white, red, and black. These roof and exterior mirror housings can be paired with various exterior colors on the design model to give this customer the 26 different color options. On the R-Line model, we have 21 different color options to consider.
And much like the colors, there are also personalization options on the T-Roc's wheel offering.
Yes, so on the R-Line model, we have the Suzuka 19-inch alloy as standard. On the design model, which comes standard with the 17-inch Mayfield, has a further 2 offers of the 18-inch Montego alloy as well as the 18-inch Grange Hill alloy.
The Suzuka wheel looks familiar. Where do I know it from?
So that's from the Tiguan, Jacob, and I'm very impressed that you know our product range.
Now let's have a look at what's under the bonnet, Gina. What makes the T-Roc's engine very special?
Yeah, so on the T-Roc, we're offering 2 TSI engines to the South African market, namely the 1.4 TSI, 110 kilowatt, 8-speed Tiptronic gearbox, and the 2-liter TSI, 140 kilowatt, 7-speed DSG gearbox. The 1.4 TSI is a front-wheel drive engine with an output of 110 kilowatts and a maximum torque of 250 newton meters. The 2-liter 4Motion has an all-wheel drive with an output of 140 kilowatts and a maximum torque of 320 newton meters. The T-Roc 4Motion also has 4Motion active control and driving profile selection.
Like so many newer Volkswagen models, the T-Roc comes with an incredible digital offering. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so on the T-Roc, it's packed with standard features, including the composition media radio, App Connect, as well as We Connect Go. The composition media radio has 8-inch color touchscreen with 2 USB ports. The App Connect function makes it possible to connect your smartphone to your radio, which enables the user to operate a selected mobile phone app on the touchscreen of the radio. In addition to being able to charge your phone via the USB, the composition media radio also has an option for compatible phones to be able to charge inductively. If integration of navigation is also an important requirement, we have got the Discover Media infotainment system available on the vehicle. The instrument cluster can also be fully digitalized with active info display. This high-resolution 11.7-inch screen makes it possible to adapt the instruments to your personal needs through various screen views. The interplay between the active info display and the information system creates a new digital and interactive cockpit. If this offering is not enough, the sound system can also be upgraded to include the Beat sound system. So added to that, we've got the We Connect Go, which allows a T-Roc customer to pair their vehicle to their mobile phone. The We Connect Go app functionality includes the following: vehicle data, access to the nearest or preferred dealer, tax logbook, gamification, emergency call to the VWSA 24-hour call center.
I've been reading a lot about Volkswagen's IQ Drive. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, so in the T-Roc, the level of passive safety features include ESC, park distance control, LED headlights, sight package, blind spot monitor, as well as fatigue detection. But in addition to these safety features, IQ Drive technologies are also available. So IQ Drive technologies and the Volkswagen brand it's our brand on the road to autonomous driving. And these assistance services are there to aid with parking, driving, and the security of the T-Roc. The IQ Drive technologies included in the T-Roc are emergency assist, traffic jam assist, lane assist, adaptive cruise control, and park assist.
And as I understand it, these IQ Drive technologies are offered on both model lines, either as standard or optional. These models, in combination with the numerous exterior and interior color offers, different wheel options, digital options, and IQ Drive technologies will allow the customers a wide variety of opportunities to personalize their T-Roc.
Absolutely, and to add to that, we've also got 3 derivatives available on the T-Roc offering. We have the 1.4 TSI 110 kilowatt Tiptronic design. We have the 2-liter TSI 140 kilowatt 4Motion DSG design, as well as a 2-liter TSI 140 kilowatt 4Motion DSG R-Line.
Martina, you know what my next question is here?
I know. Jacob, I know you. You always wanted to know, okay, what does this fantastic vehicle cost? Because you want to be one of the first to get one, right?
Yes, yes.
But there is a but.
Oh, no.
Yes, we would have loved to announce the final retail pricing, but COVID-19 has had a tremendous impact on exchange rate. At that moment, the exchange rates are far too volatile for us to announce the retail pricing on the T-Roc, because we really want the best price also for our customers.
But you got to give us something, Martina.
Yeah, listen, so T-Roc is an imported model, and it's so much affected by the exchange rate, so that means we only communicate the very final detailed retail pricing in August this year, right? But, yes, of course, I know you're demanding, so I prepared something. We're going to give you something, and the viewers as well. So what we can give today is an indicative pricing for the two models being available with market introduction. So indicative pricing for the 1.4 TSI 110 kilowatt design line, which is the entry model in the T-Roc, will be around 500,000 Rand. And the top model, the 2.0 TSI 140 kilowatt R line, will be around 600,000.
Okay.
And final pricing, August.
All right. And then from your side, Gina, when is the T-Roc actually going for sale in South Africa?
Okay, so officially, the 1.4 TSI design and the 2-litre TSI R line will make its way to South Africa in November. And the 2-litre TSI design will make its way to South Africa in January 2021.
All right. I'm sure the viewers across the country all have one burning question, and that relates to the T-Roc R. Is this model confirmed for South Africa?
Ish.
Ish, Martina with the bad news.
No, not bad news. So the T-Roc R is under investigation. But, again, I'm Miss But today, but it will not come with this current range, but later.
Okay, I'll take that. Now, my next question, because the journalist in me comes out now, will the T-Roc convertible also be coming to South Africa?
So unfortunately, Jacob, this is not planned for release in South Africa.
Okay, so if customers are interested in placing their orders for the T-Roc, how do they go about doing this?
Yeah, that's a good question, because now probably viewers will ask themselves, okay, why are they doing it today if the car comes in November? But, as I said, I am Miss But today. We want to place pre-orders. So we want to get as many orders as possible in the system, as we've done with the T-Cross already quite successfully. So this vehicle, the two lines Gina and me were mentioning a couple of times, are available for pre-order from tomorrow onwards. Website live, press release out today, so that our enthusiasts and fans can already pre-order their vehicle and make sure that they are one of the first ones getting a T-Roc in South Africa, and also getting one this year, definitely.
All right, Gina and Martina, thank you so much for your time. That wraps up the first ever South African premiere of the Volkswagen T-Roc. Thanks to each and every one of you who took the time to join us for the special reveal of a very, very special car. I can't wait to see this car on Mzansi streets. Ladies, I'm going to leave this with you. I don't have to pre-order my T-Roc because my T-Roc is already here. I'm going home. Thank you very much. Cheers, goodbye. What a good day it's been. Hey, the keys. Can I have the keys, please? Got it. Cheers. Oh.